trip. Young, aggressive, talented team across the way. Man, my hat's off to them. They got some good stuff growing with that young team, but we know we had to get when we came in here. Started out a little rocky, but pulling ourselves together. Everybody got on the same page on both sides of the ball. Everybody, way to contribute. Mo, Austin, everybody. Lonnie, Mando, Bees, everybody. Dennis, way to come back with it those last 24 minutes. Coach D-Lo, Coach Davis, Rui, everybody, man. Good, great team win, man. Great team win.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the second episode of Lakers Lounge Confidential, also known as LLC, brought to you exclusively by your favorite pod, the Three Man Weave podcast. I'm your co-host, B Cannon. You can hit me at official B Cannon. And who else I got with me today?
I am D Hill, and I'm still gonna heal, and Hill gonna heal regardless.
Yes, sir.
You can find me at D.Hill_3. Once again, we are utilizing the Three Man Weave YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, and we went 500 last week, brother.
Hey. I was being optimistic. I said, let's go for it. Let's bat 1,000. They say, if you shoot for the moon, you'll be amongst the stars. So, hey, we came out with 500. I wanted 1,000%, but I'm not mad at 500 given the way we played the games. We fought all 4 games last week. We were down without our top dog, Bron, which we knew. We thought D'Lo might crack the lineup last week, but he didn't. So, we were with the guys that we had. And also AD missed a game during that time as well. So
strategically.
Strategically. But, I mean, still missed it nonetheless.
Yeah.
So, and they won the game that he did miss, one of the games that we did win out of the 2. So, I was more so impressed with Ham because that was a tough coaching stretch. We knew that. And I felt like he answered the bell. Like I said, even with the losses, I felt like, all right, we were in those games. And down 3 of our top players, what you expect?
Yeah, when we, the Memphis game, we knew that was going to be a tough one. They've been waiting for us to, obviously how they reacted after they won with the, Uncle Shay post. So, they've been waiting on that. That would kind of been marked on their calendar. They came with they had a different, feeling more so towards us. But we fought in that game. And like you say, we end up losing. Okay, cool. We go out there the next night, the OKC game. And like you say, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wasn't playing, so it was kind of a strategic move to if we're going to load manage AD right here, because we're going to need AD. We can't afford to lose nobody else, but we definitely can't afford to lose AD. So
he also tweaked his knee.
He did
tweaked his knee in that game against Memphis. So,
when I want to actually say if it was his knee on the injury report, I'm like, okay, you know what? It makes sense. He did hit his knee. It made sense, but they kept it with his foot. He's still he gonna be on the injury report tomorrow. He's gonna be on the injury report, every injury report. And it was one of those things like, come on, bro. Like, I know a lot of people in the group was piling on AD as per usual. Every time something negative about AD comes around, I was trying to explain to them, like, this is a load management ploy. And like I said, the game was played harder than I guess expected, but these are 2. I mean, when you got the superstars out, these are 2 regular rosters. So of course they're going to compete. But we end up getting that game. The Minnesota game was I think the one that really got away because we got everything that night that we need. Everybody lost that we needed to lose, and if we would have won that game, we would have went up on the standings of which we needed. And it was that was the one that had that sting, like, oh man, come on, man. If we just had that one, we'd have put ourselves in this position.
We really missed D'Lo that game.
I mean, it was evident because I mean what they did to Schroeder that game, it was like, okay, man, and we gotta, okay, it was time for Schroeder to have a regular type of game. I mean, and nobody. I mean, but nobody helped AD that game. AD was,
Yeah.
AD was balling, but he had
Mhm.
absolutely no. I mean, if one other person just showed up that game,
Mhm.
we might would have possibly won that game.
I mean, but shout out to Minnesota for saying
Absolutely. Nobody else gonna beat us.
at nobody, bro. It's gonna be AD, bro.
Yeah. So, and that's a strategy that a lot of teams take. Mostly it's more so a playoff strategy. But
Mhm.
I mean, these games are important for them as well.
It kind of was, which all last week to me felt like playoff basketball, which I
Yeah,
enjoyed it, man.
absolutely. And what it added more importance to the Sunday game when Steph returned and
Facts.
3 o'clock. Yeah, that's prime time for the NBA
It felt
basically.
big, man.
Oh man, I mean he came out. I mean he acted like he didn't miss 11 games. I mean,
Yeah, that was crazy, bro. I tried to tell people, people were still saying like they were like, "Oh, he's having a tough game." I'm like, bro, this is the first game back. Like he played it was what they was like, this is the 34th minute. I'm like, he's playing 34 minutes coming off of a knee injury. Like, bro, this is elite what we're saying. And then I was like, how many points he got? They were like 25. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Like, what did you want him to do? Drop 50? You know what I'm saying? Like, if this is getting back into the swing, this is better than anybody we seen do it. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that was the reports that if you paid attention to what the Warriors were saying, like we're taking our time with Steph return. Like we want Steph to be Steph when he's returned.
And he was.
And absolutely, because that fourth quarter, it was like, I mean, what could we do?
Yeah.
But
I felt it, bro.
And I'm pretty sure at the same time that they said the same thing. It's like, bro, what can we do with AD? Like,
yeah, facts.
We gonna talk about that.
Absolutely, man. AD, man. Well, we'll wait.
We'll wait. Well, we could go to we got the upcoming schedule coming up. We got Memphis again on Tuesday without Ja.
Yeah.
We got the Raptors, and then we got the Knicks.
Oh man,
bro. Now this one right here,
yeah,
it's a little tougher than last week.
It is, bro. It is, bro. This is tough. I mean, we should get the Memphis game. If we should get Jaws out. I think Dylan Brooks might be out. Well, he got his Was he out last game? He got his 16th tech.
He got a 16th. I think he might have missed the Clippers game. I'm not sure, but they one of their bigs tore his Achilles.
I don't wish that on them, but dang, they having bad luck at the wrong time, man.
Absolutely.
We should get that game. This Toronto and the Knicks is gonna be scraps. Those are toss-ups, bro. We have to play our best basketball.
I believe. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I believe we can with this. We should go 2-1.
We should.
Like, and we should be able
to 3-0. It's possible.
It's a strong possibility. The only thing about the Memphis game, and I'm glad that it is the first game, it's a tone setter because they do play well historically without Ja in the regular season. So it's not going to be a walk in the park. I mean, and they're well coached. They understand their role. It's like they understand what to do without Ja. So they could rally around, around without missing him. So like I said, it's going to be tough regardless. So I believe I'm glad that was first because that's, like I said, that's a tone setter.
That is a tone setter.
Then we get the Raptors. I believe we can beat the Raptors. I believe we're going to, whatever happens, the result. I think the one win is the Raptors. Yeah. I'm not saying the Raptors are cake. I'm not saying they sweet. I'm just saying that we should be able to handle business against the Raptors. My fear is the Knicks because of the way the Knicks are playing.
The Knicks are hot right now, man. But I feel like we match up well with the Knicks. I feel like we could beat the Knicks, man. I feel like fully healthy, we can match up with any team in the league, honestly. But even currently with just AD and the players who played last night, I feel like we can be competitive against the Knicks. We're a defensive team. We can hang our hat on that. We gotta focus more on being in the paint and trying to always play the 3-ball game with people. Like, I wish everybody would. I get it. It's a 3-point league now, but you can get the 3-point play inside the paint. People forget that. And Shaq made a living off of it. Converted a lot of and ones in the paint. Those hurt just as much. So I would like to see just a little bit more from Ham, setting people on the block, man. Lower on the block. There was one specific play. It's where we ran a screen for, I think it was AR-15 at the top of the key, and AD, of course, no, AD set the pick. AD set a pick at the top of the key, and then it's like a switch. So it's like now AD is like high post with a little space to dribble and face up, but you got Vanderbilt cutting hard baseline, and he gave him a pass to it, and it ended up being a contested layup. And Vanderbilt gets to the line for 2. And I'm just like, Ham, if you run that same play and just move AD to the baseline, put Vanderbilt at the high post, that's a and one right there, bro.
I think you got to utilize an underrated part of AD's game is his passing. Like I say, I'm not saying, you know, so it's like you say, because we know Vanderbilt is constantly moving, you know, constantly moving. Keep him in the action, because you don't want the defense to sag off, because like I say, his shooting is his weak spot. Ham did run some sets to get some people in the basket. Like you say, Lonnie Walker had a couple opportunities. He missed them. So I think with the opportunities that we have, the aggressiveness, like I said, and the play call is there. You just got to finish. So I feel that we should be able, like I said, I think we do match up well with the Knicks. I think we match up well with everybody that we have on the upcoming schedule, and hopefully, I like to keep that sense of urgency, and just move on from there. Like you say, just take it one game at a time. I know we have the luxury of breaking down each game, but they have to actually just focus on
what's that task,
and just handle business. And like you say, and just handle business. So let's move on. Let me get to the. Let's talk about our spark plugs, man. We got a couple spark plugs that that give you that bolt of energy to keep things going. Who's your first spark plug you want to discuss?
My first one is your guy. You done dubbed him, and I like the nickname. I don't know if he heard it yet, but I feel like if he did, he would run with it.
Yeah.
Which is the Junkyard Dog, man. And if y'all don't know who we're talking about Jarred Vanderbilt. I mean, this guy is a true spark plug and has brought a lot of energy to the team since the trade deadline, man. And I'm talking about boards, wing defense, post defense, transition defense, transition offense, and just second chance opportunities, man. And if you leave him open, he'll hit the jumper too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like not a strong part of his game, but when you start doing everything well and then someone leave you open like that, it seemed like a coach said, he just playing the game right. So it seems like good stuff happened for him. And truly, man, it was during the Minnesota game. It didn't help us, but he was on the floor. AD was getting some rest and the bench play, and I felt like we was able to stay in it during that time. You feel what I'm saying? For AD to come back in, and I just like, even though he be starting, I like what he brings to the table. Even when Ham get to bringing his rotations in and switching up players, it's like he a veteran leader, bro, but he's a young guy.
It's like I said, his energy is just infectious. Like, like you said, everything that he provides is it's like what we needed. And like you said, it's quality. It's like it's needed. It's like, okay, oh my God, like he bringing the energy. Like, I gotta step my game up, And like you said, it's like you say, junkyard dog. Like you say, and like you say, he not out here playing dirty. He not playing, he not hacking.
Nope.
He just out here playing quality basketball that you can respect. Some things that's not gonna be on the stat sheet, but definitely. Like I say, that energy, and he bringing it every single play. It's like, oh my, it's like you gotta applaud it.
Yeah, facts.
You gotta applaud it. I think I got a third one, but I'm gonna go to the second one.
Mm-hmm.
It's Austin Reeves, man.
Yeah, facts.
Austin Reeves, like since Bron has been out,
Mm-hmm.
and more importantly, since D'Lo has been out,
Yep.
we've needed a secondary ball handler
Mm-hmm.
behind Schroeder, and he's taking the task.
He's taking it, bro, and I
And
was impressed.
and the thing about it is he's still playing his game. It's like he's still Austin Reeves. He's still providing you defense, hustle points. You know, he almost like kind of playing like Vanderbilt, but he's Austin Reeves.
Yeah, in a guard form. It's like Vanderbilt is like a little mini junkyard dog. You feel me? Like AR-15, nicknamed properly so, man.
Absolutely.
Because he's sparking it off. One thing I never liked, and this goes back to 2015, bro. For some reason, the Warriors get away with a lot of stuff that's illegal for other teams. Mm-hmm. Mainly, if you ever notice when Draymond sets that screen, ever since 2015, he sets that screen for anybody at the top of their key, and that's how they get a lot of their 3-point action going. He's allowed to throw that hip out. If anybody else in the league does that, that's illegal, right?
It's a flag, yeah.
And also, I'm watching us play defense, even Vanderbilt, right? And it's like you get the touching guys and they get the right. So it's like they expecting you to play clean, straight up, unless it's incidental contact. They're not allowing you to initiate contact just for no reason, right? Bro, the way they let DiVincenzo play AR-15 was ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, they basically like the league saying, bro, you ain't got no handles, bro. So we're gonna allow him to break all over you. You see what I'm saying? And I ain't seen nothing like that, bro. But he still was like, get up off. You know what I'm saying? Hit a couple deep threes in his face. So it's like, I'm like, you know what? This dude is a true spark plug. Didn't let the way they were officiating the game affect him, because if I would have been a player, which is probably why I'm not, I've been ready to snuff these up, man.
But that's a part of his game. Like he plays with the chip on his shoulder. So it's like that might have been what he needed. I feel like it helped. That's what he needed. And like you said, the boy from Arkansas. Hey, we can say that's you tough. You know what I'm saying? You say what you want. you say what you want, like you say. You the boy tough. You know what I'm saying? It might be a different kind of tough, but the boy tough. They all come in all shapes and sizes. And like you said,
bro.
That dagger 3 that hit the end of quarter, third quarter.
That hurt.
That hurt for sure. But I mean, hurt them. This wasn't on the docket, but we have to add him to the spark plug cane. He been on the team the entire time. Troy Brown Jr.
Yeah, nah. And when he come on the floor, man, he clutch, man. I'll try to tell you.
It's somebody that I think from day one understood his role. You know, and once again, somebody that defends, somebody that can shoot, somebody that hustles, somebody that gives you everything that you need from a role player. But I think he understands what they're asking of him. Like I said, we're getting pretty much, I ain't gonna say we're getting the same Troy Brown every night. You know what I'm saying? I understand it's like the energy that Vanderbilt has is like it's totally different. Like you can visibly see it. But like you say, Troy Brown taking on some of the best, you know, the offensive options, trying to, shutting them down or containing and slowing them down. And like you say, timely threes, hustling, transition, like you say, giving what you need. It's like these are the role players that you need to go alongside of your superstar talents.
Absolutely.
Like, he works well with it. He cuts. He can, like you say, can spot up. But like you say, he played the most minutes yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
So and he never took
defense. His defense, man, running around trying to check Clay, man.
That's no easy task. Clay,
no easy task.
Because Clay back.
I never doubted Clay.
I understand you never doubted, but some doubt it. And like I said, and he been reminding you, like, I'm still Clay.
Clay, bro.
But like I say, for Troy Brown to be able to hustle, run around.
And look, I want to say this before we get off the spark plug. This is actually not a spark plug. This is someone who I felt should be a spark plug, but I feel needs a spark in their plug to get it going.
Please.
and that's Rui Hachimura, man. Like
Please.
Bro, you didn't see a lot of minutes in the Golden State game, and you know why? It's because you've been indecisive on the floor. With Bron out, you should be seeing an influx of minutes, bro. You have the exact body type, wingspan, the defensive game I thought that we need in this moment, but it's like, bro, these other players that we've named, Brown, Vanderbilt, they wanted more. So it's like, I ain't mad at it. It's like, come on, bro. If you got to, just go back to your straight defense and mid-range. Do like the rest of them doing. Don't try to do too much. Stick to what you know. Defense, you can always hang your hat on that. Play the passing lanes. And I ain't saying you've been playing flat out bad defense, but your offense been missing, bro. And you got to find that. Get to the bucket. You missed the easy layup. Test it. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, I'm hoping it's gonna come around.
His confidence is definitely shot. His confidence is definitely shot, and you can tell. And most of the time, most players, when your offense is not going, it's a trickle down effect to the rest of your game. And what you said was perfectly, bro. Be yourself. Like you said, if your mid range is your bread and butter, hey, go to your sweet spot. Hit that, man. Move around, get some easy buckets, get some dunks, get some transition, get something going, get to the free throw line.
Yeah, facts.
Do something, but don't be a liability, bro. At this point, you are playing for a contract. Like
you are.
If anything is going to be the motivation, like I said, if winning is not the motivation, if let the money at least be your motivation, bro. Like I say, don't go to the next thing you know, you can't get
you could capitalize on a major bag right now.
You mess around and get vet minimum and have to sign a 1-year deal, or you can get, above the mid-level exception. You can get, like you say, you messing with your money right now at this point.
Right.
And we're not coming. I'm not coming. We are not coming. We're asking you to step up because we need you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you say, you are an important piece. And on the flip side, look at Lonnie.
Look at Lonnie, man.
Look at Lonnie.
He's not afraid to pull it. You can't be worried about a miss or make. We're not going to be mad if you miss or make it, bro. We just want you taking good shots. But the hesitancy is leading to you missing back to back to back to back. You see what I'm saying? If you just pull up with your confidence, like Hill said, some of those things will fall, bro, because you know how to ball.
The thing about Lonnie, I think Lonnie understands that his minutes are limited. It's going to be limited whenever D'Lo returns. So I got to let it fly. Matter of fact, if I'm letting it fly, if it goes in, maybe I can earn more minutes. Matter of fact, if somebody's not have it going, I can keep it. I can stay out there. So people got an opportunity. You got to seize it. So definitely need them to step up because, like I said, we don't know if LeBron is going to return. We don't know when D'Lo is going to return. So it's time for them to step up, man, as we get to that point.
Well, we got ahead of ourselves last week. We just knew D'Lo was coming back.
Because, boy. Let's get to the injury report. The beauty of this injury report, we're going to start off on a positive note. The positive note is Bron is starting rehab.
Absolutely.
So the fact that he's starting rehab is giving you an optimistic look on that. If we can just stay afloat, he could make a return. Like I said, I'm not gonna lie to you. Seeing him in the boot and seeing him on the scooter was just definitely just saying, like, bro, this season may be over for him. Like
it's possible, man.
It's still a possibility, but the fact that
you know what,
the fact that he's starting rehab gives me an optimistic viewpoint.
Bro, about 5 years ago, man, I came to the realization that any play could be the end for the King. And I wouldn't even look back, bro. I wouldn't even be mad, bro. If the rest of this team could stay healthy, bro, I still like it. You feel what I'm saying? And that's no shade on Bron. I'm not saying we wouldn't miss him tremendously. But I think the Lakers have been preparing for that. We'll talk about that. I'm gonna say what I gotta say, but yes, it was scary. But also, I feel like, bro, we've seen people in that boot before. I think they're taking all precautions. We've seen people in that boot and play football the same week. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the boot is really to keep your ankle and your foot elevated like at all times while you're in there. You feel what I'm saying? Keep it from going flat. Keep that whatever those tendons are from getting lax. So the boot is a precautionary. I think it keeps the swelling down and stuff like that, and allow him to get back, recover faster. Because without the boot, you putting pressure on it. Without that thing, because what the doctor say, rest it, and then what people do, they limp around on it. You feel what I'm saying? So get this stuff up. Let's do what the doctor said. You know what I'm saying? And Bron take care of his body. If anybody could heal or come back from it, they say he don't need surgery. I'm pretty sure Bron got the best doctors in the world. So we'll see. But what other injuries we got?
Yesterday we got a lot of Wyndon Gabriel playing yesterday, but he gave us some quality minutes. It wasn't a lot, but he got uptick in minutes because Mobama went out with the ankle injury.
Damn, these ankles, man.
I mean, we got the worst ankles in the league, dude. I mean, yeah. I mean, it didn't look
low top bronze they playing in, bro.
They got this. Me personally, my ankles are really not the best. You know what I'm saying? But I wear mid and high tops, bro.
Yeah, like, bro.
And I wear ankle braces. Like I said, I wasn't a fan of taping. Taping, it didn't give me the security. It didn't give me the security.
When you tape it wrong, it'd be stuck the wrong way the whole game. Nah, bro.
I wasn't really a fan of tape. So I'm ankle braces, mid top, high top type of guy. Like I say, I'm also not in the NBA. So you take that with a grain of salt. Is this the damn shit? It gotta be. It gotta be. But
Bron passing out these low top. He got his best looking shoe in a long time. And so people are actually feeling it, but he passing them out and they putting them on, man. And it's like, dang, I don't know if Mo had them on, but if he did, man, they got to cut these low tops out, bro.
I'm good on all, I'm good on the aesthetics. I feel you. At some point, we need you. In our defense, because we're gonna move on. It did not look severe, so maybe it could have been another precautionary.
I hope so.
To be like, okay, look, because at one point we were up a lot.
Yeah.
So it could be like, hey, we got this game. We're gonna need you for the long haul. Just get right.
Yeah. That's true.
So hopefully, but we did say the same thing about D-Lo, and it's been 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
And at this point, like, and I blame not the Shaq stuff. At this point, it's like I blame the Lakers for reporting it the way they reported it. They minimized the ankle injury. They showed that it was, if you seen the replay, but like, okay, this doesn't really look that severe. Oh, he'll be day to day. Okay, now when day to day turns into 2 weeks, now it's like now people looking at D-Lo like, what are you doing? What's the problem with you? They questioning him, like they're questioning him like it's him, and it possibly could be the team holding him out. We don't know. We're not privy to that information, but what we do know is almost to a certain point that we need some reports that either he's coming back soon or something. We need a date. We need a date. And we're going to need him soon because Schroeder is giving us the best that Schroeder can do. But at some point, it's going to look like, okay, he's still Dennis Schroeder.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dennis Schroeder was not brought here to be a starter and play intensive minutes. He brought here to be a role player as well.
But I like how he's seasoned it, man. And he didn't have the greatest game yesterday, but he's been playing well. So it's like I have no qualms with what he's doing.
Yeah.
But like I don't want to lose him. But we need D-Lo, bro, because we were looking really good under D-Lo. We need it, bro.
Even if he has to come back on a minutes restriction, or something, like at some point we're going to need him to return. And hopefully Tuesday he makes that return.
He can get a bucket he can create a bucket out of anything.
Everywhere. And I think it'll help everybody. Like I said, it'll help Malik Beasley. It might even help a Rui. Another play
get the ball where he needs it at.
Another playmaker get him the ball. Maybe he don't have to create on his own as much.
Mm-hmm.
But that's pretty much the injury report. Hopefully we get more reports. But like I said, the positive aspect of this is that Bron is rehabbing. Yeah,
You
that's
said what? You said what?
I say the positive aspect. The positive aspect is that Bron is starting rehab, so
Yeah,
that means he's on the trajectory that we want him for. Like I say, so now we have to stay afloat and keep it going.
yeah.
KG said they finna get rid of AD this summer if he don't shape up. They continuously to always speak on the negative aspect of Anthony Davis, and I'm glad that she
Absolutely.
said that because that is
Mhm.
the segue to our our last topic of the night. It's
Yeah,
Anthony Davis, man.
yeah, man. You want to start off,
No, you can go ahead.
man? So look, I don't. Yes,
Go ahead.
he's dealt with some injuries, but at this point, nobody like the Lakers got to show some damn gratitude at this point. And I don't care what outside people are saying, but the Lakers got to show some damn gratitude. And you know where we got to start with? Us, the fans first. And I'm gonna start with myself. All right. When I watch the Laker games, I am extremely critical. You can ask Hill. I'm texting him. I'm like, God, I'm like, damn it, AD, like, get in the paint, get a ball. I'm asking him to literally do everything, right? Complaining the whole game. Then when I look up, it's 39, 15, 45, something else. Like, I'm like, yo, this man really has put the team on his back. You know what I mean? And so what if he's had knick-knack injuries? Because you know what? Right now we have some serious injuries and people are out and he's in there. So it's like, KG, I hear you, but the Lakers would be a fool to ship AD anywhere, bro. And if you did put him on a block, it would be teams lining up for him. Because anybody could use somebody who could have two of their starters out, their starting point guard, and their starting wing, and put up 39 and 40 and 35 and 15 boards consistently. So it's like, hey man, I think we've been previewed to so much greatness in these last 10 years in the NBA that we are taking greatness for granted, man. And it's like, hey, this dude is a problem, bro. When healthy and on the court, and all we gotta do is just keep him healthy, and he gonna be here.
I think the problem is, like I said, it is frustrating watching AD because it seemed like, I mean, it's like you holding your breath as like each play. It's like, oh man, somebody slapped him on the shoulder. Next thing you know, he grabbing the shoulder. It's like, oh man, did you tell your rotator cuff? It's like, it's you always think about the worst when it happens. Like you say, he get hit in the eye. You're like, oh man, did you lose your eye? See, hitting the nose, broke. It's always something. So it's like, it is frustrating. But like you said, when you look at the box score, it's like, damn. But he got 30 already. And he's holding. And on top of that, when we spoke on it last week, when his offense wasn't completely together, it was more so he didn't let that deter his defense. Like you say,
Nope.
he still was an anchor on the defensive end and still holding it down. And it's like once it seems like he's always reminding you, like, bro, I'm AD. Like y'all can talk about all these people you want. You can hold me to a high standard because I am AD. Like you have to remember,
right there.
And I get it, but like I say, I think with people what they do is they only harp on the negative. Oh look at he's hurt again. Oh look, he's missing. He doing this. Oh, he's shooting too many jump shots. Oh, he doing that. But then when he go out there and have a monster game, you're sitting there. Now you're on quiet mode. You're on quiet mode. Now you're just waiting for the next mishap. You don't mention that at all. Like I say, be consistent. If you're gonna say you mention the bad, you got to mention the good. Since Bron has been hurt, he's averaging 35 points, 10 rebounds. 3 blocks.
I couldn't say no low numbers when I was talking about his points, bro. Because even games that we consider bad for him will be astronomical games for another person, bro. So it's like, bro, like you said, they're grading him on a different scale. And the one real knock that they have on him that we can't deny is he's had a lot of injuries, right?
Yeah,
but I feel like he's escaped major injury though. I'm talking about needing surgery type injury. So it's like, bro, if he's a big guy, bro, and he has a slender build. He's not skinny, but he has a slender build. I think something that could protect him more would be more block work. Because here's the thing: when you go to face up and you doing jab steps and stuff like that. He's a big guy, so now you're getting out of your square. You feel what I'm saying? You're doing dribble moves, and if the floor is wet, you slip and fall, or rolling somebody's ankle out on the perimeter where it's dicey at. You feel what I'm saying? Bro, just get in there. I mean, that's why Shaq stay low, because like I ain't gotta do too much. Like you're taller than everybody else. If you get low enough position, you should just be able to turn around and do a flip in or flip dunking. Like if you get the position, and I really truly feel like that aspect of the game is gone. But you could clean up. You could have 6, 7 and ones a game, bro. And if you convert, let's say you convert half of those, bro. I mean, that's 3 3-pointers. You see what I'm saying? So if you want to play the 3-point game, that's another way to get at it. I just truly wish I do stats for a living, and I do it on the collegiate level. So I know everybody's gonna say, "Oh," but I'm just saying I've seen way more hours of basketball than an average person. You know what I'm saying? Live basketball at that. And I've just seen the game evolve over the years. I've seen these actual players that are in the NBA. I've seen Anthony Davis in high school. You see what I'm saying? So I've seen this game evolve, but it's like if you bring that back in, that is an analytical jewel of the game that people have forgot about. And if you the naysayers, go back and look at the tape of Shaq, bro. Look at how many converted 3-pointers Shaq had per game, even with his low free throw percentage. AD shoots a high free throw percentage. So now it's all about if he actually converts the and one bucket, because AD is pretty much going to hit his free throw. And I wish there was somebody in the Lakers org that could just tell Ham that. But it's like these coaches don't forgot about it, man.
I think what would also help, I think, to keep AD, let's say, fresh. I'm gonna say fresh or healthy.
Yeah.
I think try to get him some minutes with Mo Bamba.
Yeah, Twin Towers at.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
So now that all the defensive prowess doesn't have to always be AD, like you say, and like I say, Mo Bamba is a stretch big, so he can stretch the floor and he can help out. But like I said, on the defensive
and they can rotate stretching. You don't know what to do.
Exactly. And like I said, you're taller than everybody on the court at this point. And like I said, a lot of teams don't want to go
And
don't have the height to match up with
all
that.
them cross court passes stop now. These wild swing passes, these lazy in the paint passes, they get slapped down now.
Like, so I think that lineup could help. I'm not saying giving a whole a long because you have your rotation set.
Yeah,
but like I said, just give it some minutes. Like you say, just give it some minutes, because like I said, it give teams something to think about, because like I said, it really can't prepare for height if they don't have it, and a lot of teams really don't have the height to handle that. So I believe that they can definitely utilize that. You're gonna keep them fresh. I think that can be a weapon that could definitely propel us once we get there. We're gonna finish off with this, because like I said, we got to pay attention to the standings.
Got to.
Like you say, right now we moved up. We are the 11th seed. I know it's funny. Hi, y'all 11th seed, but last we started the show, we were 13.
Yeah. So I'll take it.
We have the same exact record as the Jazz, 31-34. They have the final play-in spot as of right now. As you can see, the Pelicans are 31-33. They're in the 9th seed. The Clippers finally got a win. They was on a losing streak. They are 34-33. Mavericks, they lost again. They are 33-32.
It's
Timberwolves,
tight, man.
Timberwolves are 34-32. And the Warriors are 34-31. Now, I'm stopping at the Warriors because I believe now that they have Steph, I think they're going to at least stay.
They've been winning without them.
They stay, like, the fact that they're back in the 5th seed is a testament to them, because they was at where we was at for a little bit.
Yeah, man. So, Jordan Poole was showing off when Steph was out, man.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna stay with them with the 5th seed. The Timberwolves, the way they've been playing, they could stay afloat, But my whole entire point is the records are close.
I was literally, this is the closest I've ever seen. Bro, I've never seen the number 1 seed in the West have 45 wins. Bro, in years, 45 wins was like 5th seed. You know what I'm saying? Fourth
Remember,
seed.
on the whole West everybody having 50 wins, right?
Some teams having 60 and 70 wins. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, dang, that's crazy. But this goes to what you've been saying on the 3-Man Weave podcast for the last 2 years, that the league has starting to see parity, man.
Absolutely.
And I mean, it's definitely parity in the West. I mean, when you look at those teams, stopped at the Warriors, where you said 34 wins, Warriors, Timberwolves 34 wins, Mavericks 33 wins, Clippers 34 wins, Pelicans 31 wins, Jazz 31 wins, Lakers 31 wins. Bro, anybody can beat anybody in a series in those games. It's really going to come down to coaching and strategy and execution. So it's like it's going to be hard to see a lot of runaway series. So I'm just hoping, bro.
I just feel
patient. We got to get to this damn dance, bro. We got to.
I feel at bare minimum that obviously I feel bare minimum we can get to the 10th seed, and because I don't believe that the Jazz are going to stay afloat. I believe that the Jazz are purposely, taking this. They're going to definitely fall under and miss the playoffs purposely. But either way, I just feel that we can at least catch the Jazz. The Pelicans, I don't know what's going on with them, if Zion's going to return or not, but they've been reeling. Believe that we can catch them as well.
Keep reeling. Hey, so I love Zion. That's my guy. But hey, stay away from the court, bro. Get healthy, man.
And like I said, the Clippers have been, since the trade deadline, since they acquired Russ. It's not all Russ, but they haven't been playing themselves. They finally got their first win. They beat the Grizzlies without Ja.
Yeah. And
went down to the wire. And obviously we like you say, the Mavericks are scoring a lot. Luka and Kyrie are scoring a lot, but they're not winning. They're not winning games.
Yeah.
So
we predicted. We literally predicted that.
Absolutely. But once again, what we did also say is we have to handle business.
Yeah.
Like you say, like what happened that Friday when we lost to the T-Wolves.
Yeah.
Everybody lost that we needed to, but what did we do? We lost. So it didn't mean much. So we need to start winning games. They need to start losing games, but it doesn't matter unless we start winning games. So we need to handle business first, and the rest will figure itself out.
Absolutely.
But that was a good one.
Yeah, man. Pull up with us on Mondays. We're gonna be here at 7:00 for the rest of the season, man. As long as we can be in this thing. You got your Laker Lounge Confidential with your favorite guy, Cannon, and your favorite guy, Hill.
I already know.
Where they can find us at, Hill, before we get out of here.
Catch us on all major podcast platforms, 3-Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3-Man Weave _ You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. Put in the title, the topic, Lakers, LLC, so we can understand, we can differentiate. We here, like you said, it's Cannon. I'm here. Check out the full 3-Man Weave podcast tomorrow, 7:00. Same YouTube channel, same YouTube place.
Yeah.
And we out.